All right, this is ringχeist. This is an illusion I've been working on for over 10 years now. I've had a lot of fun with it, and I know you will too. Let's check it out. This is a borrowed finger ring tied on one strand of rubber band. We actually need 2 bands. And the idea is to try to make this ring jump from one band to the other. Looks something like this. Look, we actually get that ring to jump to the other band, and I can actually scoop it up, put it back on the band as well, back and forth, just like that. And so I put it on a different rubber band, and I can actually hand you that band with a ring on it. You can keep that as a souvenir, and that is ringχeist. All right, this is ringχeist. In 2001, I was playing with an illusion that I saw Dan Harlan perform on his tape, Magic with Rubber Bands. Yeah, it was on tape. Yeah, it was back in the day, that's what I'm talking about. It was on tape. I got the mixtape. All right, check it out. But here's the illusion. Actually looks like there are 2 bands here, like that. It's actually just one rubber band. It's just the way that the orientation of the band actually. And so I actually changed the orientation, and I changed it this way. I thought, okay, that's pretty cool. And I was just sitting in my car just playing with this over and over again, going back and forth. And I had a crazy idea. I was like, well, I just want to see what it would look like if you actually put something on the band and still did that, okay? I had no idea what was going to happen. But when I did, when I tried it out, I saw that the ring actually looked like it was jumping from one band to the other. And at that moment, I started freaking out. I was like, because I knew I was onto something. I knew I had something right there. You know that feeling when you discover something, and it's like, oh man, this is going to be something. So I kept doing that over and over again, just like that, back and forth, and I kept playing with it back and forth like that. So then I started to change the orientation of the bands this way and that way to get a little more freedom of the bands, a little more separation of the ring and the band like that. Now I then showed this to Daniel Garcia, and he actually included it in his lecture notes, and it actually made a little brief cameo on his Daniel Garcia projects. I believe it was 1 through 3. It made a cameo in there. So shout out to Daniel Garcia. Thank you very much. I've also discovered a magician called Russell Leeds who has a similar looking illusion, which may have been independently inspired by the same illusion. So if you're interested, you can check him out as well. But this is my take, and this is called ringχeist. All right, so let's get into ringχeist. What you're going to need is a borrowed finger ring. Of course, I recommend having one of your own to practice with. Once again, all rings are not created equal. Different sizes, different designs are going to create different situations. So I want you to be able to at least practice with one ring on your own. And then the more and more you do this for people, the more you'll see how weight does play a factor into it. Okay? You also need a rubber band. Now, I usually do this back to back with slingshot. I'll do slingshot first, which makes the ring tied on the rubber band like that. It ends up tied on like that. All right, and that is the beginning of ringχeist. Okay, so you just tie it on, and you put your finger and your thumb, your first finger and your thumb, or your right hand in the bands, having the ring on the bottom. You don't want it on top like that. That is no. This is yay. Okay, you want to have that on the bottom. Just like that. You don't want it in the middle. You want it closer to your thumb. Not in the middle, closer to your thumb. Not pressed against your thumb, like that. Just a little bit away from the thumb. Very, very important. Okay? All right. So we're going to get into just the band itself, and then we're going to show you how to add a second band. Okay? So from here, what you're going to do, the palm is toward the audience. Okay? Right now, you're going to reach in with your left hand palm down. You're going to extend your middle finger up and your first finger down. Okay, that's how you're gonna reach in for the grip. Okay, so you're going to reach in that bottom strand closest to your finger. You want to get close to your finger. Is going to clip it down like this. You're clipping the bottom strand, and you're going to rotate your hand palm up, okay? Now when you do, this thumb is going to be right next to your finger, your first finger, okay? So you're coming up, you're clipping it, and as you twist, you're going to have your thumb just join in, all right? Thumb joins in the party. Goes like that. And you're going to bring it forward like this. Now what's going to happen is you're going to get that thumb in that hole. So basically you're twisting, creating a second hole right there. That's what you're really doing. Since your thumb is already there, you're going to allow that to expand like this. Once again, the fingers are going to create a hole and that thumb is going to go in there. So you do it like this, clip down, your thumb joins in. As you create that hole, you open up your first finger and your thumb. You can take out your middle finger, and you have this crazy design right here. All right, that's not the design we want. To complete the illusion, you want to put your fingers together like that. Okay. So that is the illusion that we're trying to create right there. All right. So from here, clip, your thumb comes in, forming that. But remember, you got to keep your fingers together. All right. So that's the illusion that we created. Up to speed looks like this, like that. It's really simple, really fast. Just keep practicing that and you'll get it, okay? So we have it like that. Now if you just switch positions, if you just take your fingers off and then touch your thumbs together, you see it's just that one strand that's moving. That's all that's moving is that one strand. And you're giving the illusion that it's jumping from one band to the other. Of course, if you do it this slow, they can see the illusion is lost, so you want to kind of throw the ring on. You know, it's nice to just go like that, it's fine, but the idea is to kind of throw the ring on it. You want to throw it like that, so kind of pick it up, throw it on there. Pick it up, you know, so it's up, you know, you're kind of throwing it on there like that. What you're going to do now is, since now you know exactly how it works, what you're going to do is you're going to cross the bands like that, okay? This completes two different illusions, so it makes it look like there's one band going that way and a second band going this way, opposite directions, okay? So it doesn't look like there's one band. It looks like there's two bands there, okay? Same thing with the first finger. When you have the first finger like that, twist it like that. Don't keep it aligned, because the two lines together will kind of blend everything together. You don't want to blend everything together. You want to show clearly two different rubber bands, two separate rubber bands, okay? That's the illusion that you want. That's the illusion that you want, okay? That, like that, not straight up and down, but sideways, like that, okay? So now we know how to do it. Here's how you play with it. Here we go. You have it on there, and you don't immediately go down like this and make a switch over. What you want to do is you show that the ring is on one strand of the band, and you go down. You go straight down. You don't go on top of the band. You go down like that, so they can still see that it's on one band like that. That kind of throws people off who may know this illusion, all right? So it's still staying on that one band. Now when you're ready, you can go on top, which switches over, and you do the same thing that way. You go to show that it really is on that one strand. Okay. Once it's on the thumb, you're going to scoop it up. You don't just go on top and just flip it over. You kind of scoop it up like you're taking it off of the band. Okay, and you can do that one more time. And really try not to do this over and over and over again. You really want to just have it like this. So you have it, boom, down, and go like that. Scoop it up and down. Up, down, scoop up, down. Okay, that's all you do. You don't have to go like this over and over and over again. You don't have to go like this over and over and over again. Just scoop, up, down, put on, down like that. Okay? Once your thumbs are touching, you're going to rotate your palms up. Okay? Rotate your palms up. That's going to put this thumb into that loop right there. So you're actually going like this. You're feeding that thumb right into that top band, like that. Keep going. Let go of that thumb now. And then put your left pinky in that hole right there. That's going to complete the illusion again of this band is one band and this band is a second band. Okay? It's really easy. And you stop right there because the illusion right now is done. You say now it has actually jumped from one band to the other. It's now in the second band. Okay? To clean up, what you're going to do is you're going to put your fingers in. All right, this strand right here, this band right here, and you're going to open it up and put your whole hand inside. Okay, so from here, your hand goes in. You're going to put your whole hand inside, back to the wrist. Now everything is completely covered here, and you really want that to happen. So they get the illusion that you're taking one band and putting it on the wrist. Just let it go there. Here's what's really going on. There's a lot going on back there, but that is hidden, just like this. So you put that band on the wrist. Now you're going to turn toward them, and it's still covered. You're going to grab the ring, and you're going to pull the rubber band off. And you're really pulling that same band that you just put on. So basically, this is what's happening. You're putting it on like that. You come back, and still undercover, you're going to grab the ring and pull everything off. Okay? So it looks like this. Go a little bit faster. Like that. You're going to grab that, put it over your wrist. As you come up, grab the ring and pull it right off like that. Okay? So it looks like there's two different bands. You put one on your wrist and then you gave them the one that it's on. And up to speed, looks like this. You take the band on your wrist and you give them the ring and the rubber band to hold. You let them have it as a souvenir, and there you go. Now we're going to go over adding that second band at the very, very beginning. All right, and I'm with you many variations. You'll see people doing whenever they want to add a second band. A lot of people will do something like this and then just go into a move, whatever trick they're doing to add a band. But what I've discovered is that you can actually just double wrap a band like that, so you don't get this weird illusion that I'm not sure if anything came off. So you're actually going to take something off of your wrist. Okay, that's why I like to do the double wrap. You're at this moment right here, right before you do the move. You say, "Oh wait, I need another band," and you grab that second band, and they can see that it's clearly coming off of your hand. Something is coming off of your hand at this point. This is what's going on underneath. Okay. They can clearly see something's coming off of your hand, and you're using that with your middle finger of the right hand. So it comes off, and you're just going to let it go. You're going to let it go as you do the move like that. So it looks like you're taking something off. They can clearly see something is coming off of the wrist. So once again, you say, "Oh, I need another band." Just get that under your right middle finger. Pull forward. Once it clears, let it go as you get into the move, like that. All right. A little bit of misdirection helps here as well. And then you go from there. You just do the same things here. Get it on. Put that back on your wrist. Give them the ring with the rubber band. They can have that as a souvenir. And that is ringχeist. All right, so here's a couple notes on ringχeist. Now, there is going to be a tendency when you first start performing this, you're really going to try to rush this movement right here. You really want to get this over with. It's like, hurry up and get there, okay? And also the same thing about taking one of the bands off all at once. You may do it great by yourself in front of a mirror, but when you start doing this for people, you're going to find out that this move, you want to hurry up and try to get there to this moment. Because it's all just nerves, and the more you perform and the more prepared you are, the easier it is to kind of get over that hump. Okay, but you do have to perform in order to get those nerves out. Okay, so what I found is that you really don't have to rush it at all, okay? And you may not be rushing it by yourself, but when you get in front of people, you found that you are. And just remember that. You don't have to rush it, okay? Because here's what's happening. They clearly see that there's a ring on one rubber band, okay? And even if I just did this, I mean, it looks like, there's a second rubber band, and that illusion by itself is going to sell the whole thing. So by just taking this off, at this moment, you can look at them casually, because they see you taking something off. As soon as you get here, look back at your hands, it's already done, and it may look fishy for a second, but they're not going to question you at all on it, because they clearly see the two rubber bands, and this illusion of you showing it like this is going to sell that, okay? And that is something so small, because as soon as you pop that on the next rubber band, they're not even thinking about the whole setup. It is over, okay? Right now they're in the illusion. It's too late for them to kind of backtrack, okay? And by cleaning up, it's the same thing. In the cleanup, it's, they're still reeling off of what just happened with their ring. As soon as you put it here, you say, here, I'm going to give this to you as a souvenir, and you can just pop it right off to them. It's not, you don't have to really rush that either. The illusion is over, and they saw you putting something on your wrist, and you're giving them the rubber band to examine. So really just kind of take your time. I know when you first start doing this, you're going to want to rush, and just let it happen. It's going to be a great illusion. You're going to have a lot of fun with this, I know, and that is Ring Heist.